honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants who make this country go, for healthcare, for our climate, for science, for journalism, for justice, for free speech. It was a terrible night for poor people, for the middle class, for seniors who rely on Social Security, for our allies in Ukraine, for NATO, for the truth.
Dude. Oh, my gosh.
And democracy and decency. And it was a terrible night for everyone who voted against him. And guess what? It was a bad night for everyone who voted for him, too. You just don't realize it yet.
Well, it happened again. After a bizarre and vicious campaign fueled by a desperate need not to go to jail, Donald Trump has won the 2024 election. It's almost like you rehearsed that. The deep shock and sense of loss is enormous. Okay, but let's look at the bright side. This way, at least there'll be a peaceful transfer of power. Mike Pence, Ali Ali Oxenfree. All day yesterday, I was walking around proudly wearing my I voted sticker. Today, I wore my I am questioning my fundamental belief in the goodness of humanity sticker. Now, they give those out. They give those out at the bait sale. Right outside. Now, as a late night host, people often say to me, come on, part of you's got to want Trump to win because he gives you so much material to work with. No. No one tells the guy who cleans the bathroom, wow, you must love it when someone has explosive diarrhea. There's so much material for you to work with. Now, you understand that? That good? I wish, you wish, so many of us wish this hadn't happened, but that is not for us to decide. This is a democracy. That's democracy with a capital duh. And in this democracy, the majority has spoken, and they said they don't care that much about democracy. And I want to take a moment to congratulate Kamala Harris on...
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to The Tonight Show. You're here. Thank you for watching. Well, guys, last night, America decided to get back with their crazy ex and elect Donald Trump as the 47th president of the United States. No matter who you voted for, I think all Americans can agree it's going to be a rough Thanksgiving. Really, right? Yep, Trump returning to the White House is a huge, historic comeback for someone who literally never went away. Of course, Trump's already super busy. First, he's got to move all those classified documents back into the White House.
I don't know. I don't mind Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, Republicans were thrilled about last night until they realized it's going to be 4 more years of Melania's Christmas decorations. Red rum. It was a tough night for Democrats. Today they turned to Elon Musk like, so tell me more about living on Mars. How close are we?
Well, if you're just joining me in this waking nightmare, yesterday was Election Day. We were all hoping it would make history, and boy, did it ever.
Mr. Trump made history last night. He will be the first convicted felon to be president of the United States.
Official, America's elected its first criminal president before electing its first female president. What a day for proud felonists. What the actual America? We have had 2 qualified, accomplished women nominated for president, and both times they lost to the worst man in the whole country.
So today is the day that I make the ultimate election meltdown tier list. When I was thinking of video ideas, I thought that this one could be the most hilarious. And there's quite a lot of reactions that we have to go through, as you see on the screen. And I think my criteria for these is pretty reasonable. At the top we have legendary, then absolutely comical, and then in the middle it's as expected. Then it goes down to average and then very mid. And I think that criteria isn't the worst in the world. You know, I'm not used to making videos like this. And we also have to get through a lot of them. So let's not waste any time and get into this. But yeah, if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe if you haven't. But yeah, let's start. First of all, take a look at this video and then I will rate it.
I'm sorry. No! Why? Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
Now, it's been 3 days since the election, and I think this video is one of the most famous videos there is yet. And you know, the reaction itself is also pretty legendary, so I think this shouldn't be very controversial, but we should put this reaction in the legendary status. I think it deserves the spot. It has everything you need. It has a very hilarious reaction. There's not too much yapping, you know, it's just very, very good.
It'll be a long day. We don't expect this race to be called early, but we are optimistic that we are literally about to be able to turn the page on Donald Trump and install Vice President Harris as the next president of the United States. And install...
I'm tired. I'm numb. I'm struggling to know what happens next. The one question I do have is, how do we keep each other safe?
Now, honestly, for this one, I was kind of thinking between average and as expected, but then I decided to go down to average because there's a lot of reactions that are better than this. And you know, this is your average reaction from a liberal that's just lost, doesn't really know what's happening, just saying, oh yeah, Kamala didn't win, wow, that is horrible. But yeah, let's just move on to the next one.
Yo, I'm scared to go to sleep. I might wake up a motherfucking slave. Yo, like, why are y'all Trump supporters? Like, why?
Now, I feel like this one is the second most iconic one out of every single one. And I think this definitely deserves the spot to be absolutely comical. And I think that's the best description for a video like this. But now let's see what Cardi B had to say.
Hey, so listen, I'm gonna let y'all know this right now, okay? So you little Trumpettes, like, y'all won. I know y'all happy, whatever the fuck. Ain't nobody acting like bitter losers. However, y'all need to leave me the fuck alone. Because I got one more fucking cigarette in me before I start lighting your asses up. Alright? And that's where to the United States of motherfucking America. Yeah, yeah.
I think this one deserves the rightful spot of being as expected. Like, there wasn't really much said. She was just really angry, as you could see. And, you know, there's nothing really much to it.
Bitch, are we serious right now? Are we serious? Fuck the sad music montage, bitch. What in the fuck? I'm mad as hell. What the fuck is going on? Y'all sit here crying. I'm crying too. I'm mad. What did y'all do?
Now, if you ask me, I think a video like this is perfectly between absolutely comical and as expected. And you know, this one was way better than Cardi B's, so I will put this at the upper side of as expected, because you can't really put this on absolutely comical. It was very, very typical, if you ask me.
Okay, like, if y'all hate women that much, I hope you never get pussy ever again. Like, y'all hate us this fucking much? Okay, you better not come into my fucking, like, oh, you just sent pics, da-da. Yeah, pics of a gun I'm finna buy. The fuck?
I mean, yeah, you can't really say much about this. I think this is just as expected. But the next ones get way more interesting.
Because if you voted for Trump, I genuinely hope you are so happy right now. I hope you're having the greatest day of your fucking life. Because you know what? When your kid is in school one day and there's a school shooting and they fucking die or get sent to the hospital or someone they know gets shot, I hope that you were happy with the thoughts and prayers that come from that. I hope that you were so fucking happy that if your wife gets raped, that she has to have that child. I hope you were so fucking happy that the trans people in your fucking life might have to detransition because this motherfucker's gonna take away gender affirming care. I hope you were so fucking happy that the economy is supposedly gonna be okay now because you voted for Donald Trump, the man who was gonna take away all the rights of so many groups of people, not even just fucking trans people, so many groups of fucking people that are not straight cis white men. I hope you were so happy with that. I hope you were so happy with what you just fucking did. I hope you were so happy to maybe never be able to fucking vote again because he's gonna take that fucking right away from you. But you fucking voted for him. You fucking did this shit. You did it. Like, great, bro.
Now, I had to speed up the video because I did not want to listen to the whole thing multiple times. But, you know, this guy mentioned all the typical talking points. Oh, he's gonna take away rights of this guy, this group, this minority. And then in the end, he started raging really hard. So just because of that packed meltdown, packed with a lot of content, I think this deserves to be on absolutely comical, but on the lower side of it. Because this was a proper meltdown. And it's one of your typical meltdowns that occur because of imaginary ideas. And all you can do is just laugh at it. I mean, she didn't even let out a scream or anything, so this has to just be average. There's nothing really much to it.
I'm done crying. My sadness is over. My anger has set in. I am a very petty person, and I am very proud of that. Love it about myself, actually. And so, I say this in the most disrespectful way possible. I don't care if you are my family. I don't care if you're my friend. I don't care if we've been friends our entire lives. You can literally go fuck yourself if you voted for Donald Trump. If you are so sad about your groceries being expensive, get a better fucking paying job. Do better in life. Get a fucking education. Do something. Because you are fucking stupid. And I hope you go jump off of a fucking bridge.
I mean, at some point, these guys just become clones of each other. And I think this one was worse than the other one, so I have to put this one in as expected. And this next one honestly disappointed me a lot.
AP News has just called the election in Pennsylvania, meaning that Donald Trump is the next president-elect of the United States and that he's going to be our next president. I'm devastated. I wish we could have done more for this country. I wish I could have done more.
If you didn't know, this guy is a part of the group called White Dudes for Harris, and a lot of these guys have had meltdowns arguing with Trump voters all day, and I genuinely expected a better reaction from this guy, but it was very mid. There's nothing really much to it. He didn't really say much. He didn't rage. It wasn't interesting in the slightest.
Is anyone else having a meltdown? I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to wait. I'm so stressed. How you can't look out into the world, into the people of this country and see what's happening. And how hard we're all fighting for rights not to be taken away from people. I go from hysterically crying 1 minute over the pain of this situation and then hysterically crying the next minute, watching so many people come together and women from around the world supporting us and cheering us on. I am 48 years old and I have never experienced anything like this and never thought I would in this country. It's like I can feel the pain and the fear from every single person. I don't know how to handle this. I don't know how to get through the next couple days. Who knows how long this is going to take.
Took a cup, fill it up with you, with all the joy and the sorrow and the fear.
I will make it my life's mission, my dying wish, that none of you weirdos can hide in the future. You can't lie to your kids. You can't lie to your grandkid about, oh, it was so confusing. It was hard to see the truth. He was so convincing. I will not let you get away with that. Like, that was not normal. This is not normal. I will make it clear to everyone. Like, I will make sure no one is confused about how things were right now in this very vital, crucial time in American history, that it was not confusing. It was not confusing at all. You just stood for that. You stood with that and for that. Like, I can't emphasize enough, there will be nowhere to hide, and history is going to look back on this and look back on you in a very negative light.
No. I am not a threat. I just want to do a quick tampon check. You guys all good?
The fourth quarter. We're down a field goal, but we're on offense and we've got the ball. We're driving down the field.
Michigan at the 41. What a hit! Ball's free on the ground. South Carolina deserves to have it, and they do.
Harris did not win.
Who won?
Trump. So
Take a breath.
So today may look a little different at school. Okay, there are probably going to be friends who have questions. I'm sure your teachers are going to, I think, we currently in a country where we get to choose, right? People have different priorities. They have different values.
Honestly, this video was more disgusting than hilarious because you can just hear how scared the kids were. I would say this is borderline child abuse if you ask me. But I think when it comes to tier ranking these videos, this video definitely has to go to absolutely comical because the mother is talking to the children like there's a nuke incoming.
Guys, we literally don't even have to panic. We literally don't have to freak out right now. We don't even have to fucking, we don't have to freak out. We don't have to freak out because it's not even real. Because, bitch, recount the vote!
I mean, this one is very, very similar to the one that is in As Expected. And I just think I'll put this one above it because I genuinely think it was a bit better. you know, you have to give her the respect for the passion because she at least tried making it dramatic. So I will give this one the ranking of as expected. I don't really think it deserves a higher ranking.
What if I told you that there's a medication called methotrexate acetate, spelled like this? It comes in both an injectable and a pill form. The pill form is not water soluble, but it's mildly soluble in alcohol, and it's full of a lot of really harmful hormones, which is why it's mainly prescribed to women. But if men take it, it stops their ability to reproduce. Just a little fun fact.
I mean, we have seen videos like this all the time, and I just have to put this one to average because this wasn't really nothing new. This was pretty unoriginal.
And one more thing, in 4 years, there better be 2 women on that fucking ballot. There better be, I don't want a single fucking man. I do not care if he is the most qualified man in the world. I don't want him on that fucking ballot. Because there have been hundreds of qualified women.
I can't even lie, I'm leaning towards putting this one on average because this wasn't really nothing original or nothing new. It's just your typical man-hating liberal white woman. There's nothing really much to it.
Now that we're all saying what we're thinking, I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think if you voted for Donald Trump, you're ugly. I think you're all freaking ugly, and I think you're dumb as bricks. And I think you're a bigot in every sense of the word, every use of the word. I also not only won't care when all the bad stuff that's gonna happen happens to you, I actually want it to happen to you. I want your taxes to go up. I want things to be more expensive for you. I want you to have a complicated pregnancy. I want all that bad stuff to happen to you because that's what you deserve.
You know, this one is what you could call a proper meltdown. There was a lot of bad wishes towards everybody who voted for Donald Trump. You know, this was the full package, and I think I could give this one absolutely comical on the lower side of it, obviously, because this is what you expect a meltdown to be. I gotta say, the passion is real, and for that passion, I think I will give this one absolutely comical, and I will give him the top of absolutely comical. And you know, this is my list, this is my ranking of some of these reactions, and you know, there's so many of them on the internet, there's basically endless, so you can really make infinite amount of tier lists, I feel like. Yeah guys, give me your thoughts on this in the comments below. How would you have ranked these meltdowns? But yeah, that's it from me, and peace out.